Good morning. I thought I'd make a second video. After making the last video, I thought about some things I probably wanted to say, but really couldn't add after the fact. As time goes on, I'll get better at this and won't be repeating redundant videos and all that. But so I've got an extra chip that I got on eBay. Same situation as last. It's the bent pins, as you can see. But I thought I'd do another one, maybe say a few things, but most importantly, do this in real time so that you can see how quick it actually is without any kind of editing. So once you get one of these done, you can throw it in this board and it's literally good to go. So obviously I'm not going to put it in this board or attempt to now, but in a minute I will. But so I bought this chip for probably something like maybe 25 bucks, something like that. You can kind of see how bad this chip is like this. But we'll get it fixed right up. I have to adjust this just a bit. There we go. So basically, as quick as this can go, it's a good way to make a few bucks on eBay, even if it's just to buy other stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people who do eBay just so they can kind of make money to buy other things to fund their habits of stuff they want. As for me, I find that after being in business as long as I have, I come up with tons of stuff just kind of laying around that like a broken laptop that has like a, good motherboard, broken screen, stuff like that. And it's kind of like found money. So you could literally go to a garage sale, find some things for $5 or $10 and sell these things on eBay. And, you can make a nice little side hustle. You can see how I did it before and how I'm doing it now. I don't like to say this is easy, but it really is. You're going to see 2 more rows up a pin that is really, really bent. And I'm not even paying a lot of attention here, but look, watch that end pin. Just by doing that with this blade, it's fixed. So, but anyway, maybe I'll talk about something else. So, with this whole channel, I'm not trying to make money really or anything like that. It's just a way of me kind of promoting the business a little bit and going into different areas. You can be in business a long time, and if you're not trying to learn and branch out and do other things, then that's time to stop. But being in business 15 years, I'm very comfortable, but at this point, do you really want to start learning stuff? And I absolutely do. If you keep learning, then you can just offer more to people about like all the stuff that you do. But one thing to caution is that if you do that, you have to make sure that you try to do everything as good as the other. Yeah. A couple of tough ones here. See, like in the last video, if you notice that now we're making all of these pins point left or right, and then when we turn it, we'll go this way and make them straighten up that way, and then they're done. That's it. I think I'm right here. But so this chip right here is probably worth 45 on eBay, and if you think about it, that's you know, $25 profit, and these cost nothing to ship. They're like, you know, $5, something like that. So if you bought, let's say, 5 of these a day on eBay and fixed them, you can make $100 a day profit, easy. This is a Ryzen 5. See, watch this pin. We'll get it. Sometimes you gotta go at a different angle to get it started. If you go and get, let's say, there we go. If you go and get like a bunch of Ryzen 5s, you can make a little bit. Ryzen 7s are pretty pricey even still because of their people are catching on to how easy it is to fix these, I think. But you know, you can use them in your own builds. If you did that, you could just make money doing that. But this is kind of the thing, is that, you know, you get a bunch of broken things and you fix them. So what? I'm about to the top of this chip. I know I've been kind of taking my time, but almost to the top. And it's been like 6 minutes. So you figure if you don't talk and you just work on this, this is actually a pretty bad one too. But if you work on this, we can be done in 12 minutes. That's 5 an hour. So if I'm making, well, hell, look at that. You know, it's, do the math. 5 an hour times 12 times $20 profit. That is $100 an hour. Also, in another video coming up, I'm going to be showing you how to replace one of these, because in my last video I talked about how if you push too hard, you can make these pins bend completely over, and if you do, they can just snap right off. And if they do snap right off, then you can break it off, and then you think you're out of luck, but you're actually not. You can solder these on from a donor chip. Yeah, see, look at this. This is going to be a tough one. So, different angle. This is a tough one. This one's bent way over. Once we once we get it started and my microscope decides to work. All right, let's try that with something else here. Oh, look at that. See what I mean? I nearly swung it the other way. No bueno. All right, so done. Now we turn it 45 or 90 degrees, yeah, and then start at the bottom. And this might go quicker, this one here. If I talk less. All right, see how it's straightening up the other ones? The stragglers, like this one here. So now you literally, I mean, you can't tell it was ever bent. And that will have no problem fitting into a socket in a motherboard. And I found, you know, of course one day that'll change, but I've never seen a chip with bent pins that did not work. People drop them, or they put them in wrong, meaning there's a certain way it has to go on the board, with one corner with the arrow being at one point on the board, and it seems like it would fit the other way, but when it comes down to it, it doesn't, and then people kind of force it. And it just doesn't fit. There you go, look at that. Watch this pin right here. Perfect. Yeah, see, so if you really kind of just get through it quick, it goes super fast. And then if you don't talk, then it goes pretty fast too. See, this way, with the blade, using this method, you don't really risk bending or breaking a chip off, which is a good thing, because it can be fixed, but you have to have special tools and stuff like that. Special soldering iron, and I mean, the size of these things is misleading. They're tiny. Alright, halfway. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Pretty soon, you don't really even have to look. The only reason you really need to look is to kind of, you don't want to miss one row. But after a while, you can kind of feel your way through it. You don't even have to really look. A couple bad ones coming up, but we'll get through it. All right, so the first run took like 6.5, 7 minutes. This one I'm at 12 total, so it's gone a lot quicker. Hopefully, I can come up with some really cool videos so people can learn and maybe get something out of this. See, sometimes you have to kind of take one of these chips on a different approach, because that wouldn't have fixed it either way with what I'm doing. So I had to kind of go from the outside. You'll come across one of those here and there. Almost done. But I guess my point here was just to show how fast it can really go and how you can get these done fairly quick. I mean, you have to maybe tweak them a little bit, like these two chips on my right. I'm going to go over one more time. Check this out. Boom. Just like that. Ooh, there's one in the middle here. Alright, come on. But you gotta have patience for sure. Patience is key, because you don't want to get frustrated and start really messing these up. Yeah, it looks alright. But these two right here, I'm gonna go and fix these one more little bit. Alright, so man, I still don't like those. Let's move those a little bit. There we go. The more it looks like that versus that is good, because if it's like super shiny, that means it's virtually pointing directly vertical. Alright, so let's try it. So if we did this right, this should go right in. And as always, there's a little arrow on this particular series of chips. It has diagonal, 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 and then a 90-degree notch. That goes right there. So we'll put it in just like this. And you just gotta be gentle and it'll snap in. Done. That chip's in there. So that took what, 15 minutes? So if you don't talk and waste time, for an hour. So that's $20 profit if I was to sell it. That's after shipping and everything, really. And that's conservative. You could probably make a lot more on more expensive chips like a Ryzen 9. You might be able to make $100 on it. But there you go. All right. Thanks for watching the video. We'll come up with more to do in the next one. See ya.